Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Momento Mori 2. As you might have recalled in the last episode, we finally moved that humongous pallet that was blocking our ways to finding the next clue. So let us see what this next clue might be.
Hard to say where this shaft is leading. It's too dark in there.
And I don't have a flashlight.
It's too dark down there. I can't see a thing.
See if the cops will give up their flashlight.
I need to go over something with you. Do you have a moment?
Sure.
I could use a flashlight.
Hopefully Edwards has one. Every patrol is equipped with one. That is, if he hasn't managed to forget it somewhere yet.
Alright, Edwards. Flashlight, my friend.
You have a flashlight with your equipment, don't you? Could I borrow it?
Of course.
Yep. Bye-bye now. Flashlight.
I should examine it properly.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Where the heck is the button?
A common police flashlight. Light. A common police flashlight. Lightweight and with a xenon light source.
Alright, well, let's use it.
Oh my god. All three
Bodies.
of them? All three of them murdered and buried in this cold, damp shaft. And the mark. It's how Max signed his paintings. What's going on here? What should I do? I decided to remove that mark that looks exactly like the one Max used to sign his paintings with, because... the sign is gone. I hope I did right.
You're really pale. Don't say you didn't expect that. I would have guessed we'd find them somewhere here.
No, not that. It's something else. There's something weird going on here, Kira. Dreadful. Something I don't understand.
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. We've just found 3 dead bodies. That would shock anybody. Give it some time. It's a lot to take in. Or is it something else?
No, you're right. It's only the bodies. I just need to think a while.
You know what? Go and tell that cop to take you to the hotel. At least he'll be useful. I'll call you later, all right? Get a shower, a snifter, and go to sleep. Agreed?
I guess you're right. Thanks.
Could Max have actually done this? He would have the skills. Interesting.
I don't have anything to...
Oops. Wrong card.
I need to go over something with you. Do you have a moment?
Sure.
You can cancel the search for those technicians.
Wait, you want to say...
Come with me. You have to see for yourself.
Those bodies, I feel like an idiot. And to think I told you how thoroughly we'd searched. But that's the people I work with. Well, if you want, Edwards here can take you to the hotel.
I would be grateful. I need to recuperate a bit.
I understand. You've got a plane booked for tomorrow evening, right? To tell you the truth, I thought you would fly back to Europe without helping us in any way. I owe you more than an apology. You have plans for tomorrow? Would you accept an invitation for dinner?
I appreciate it, but I'd rather not make any plans. Maybe I'll just stay in the hotel.
Yeah, I understand how you feel. I've seen a lot, but I had my first time too. But hey, I'm just a man. You'll be fine. You know what? I'll call you tomorrow and ask if you're all right.
Right. Goodbye.
The morning's creeping in after a disconcerting night. Alone in your hotel room, you have a lot to think about. What will you put in the report? How can you describe things that scare you so much? Things you don't understand. 3 pairs of pale eyes guarding Max's sign. Oh, how I wish I could tell you that it's going to get better. That the morning will bring exposure. That the worst is over. But I can't, Laura.
Fantastic.
Come on, sit in the front. Soga can try sitting behind the bars for once. Can't you, Caesar?
Sure, I've never wanted anything more.
Is that allowed?
Well, after all, you're a cop, so what? And Burke wanted us to get you to the airport like a VIP guest. Those are his exact words.
People often misjudge him, don't they? But he's not really a...
Pandeo? Yeah, sure he is. Selfish, proud as a peacock.
You didn't hear the press conference, did you? How he talked about finding those bodies?
No, why?
Let her hear it.
Wait, I have it in my cell phone. I'll just turn up the volume.
Sometimes he says such bullshit we just have to record it with the boys. But this time it was really hard ass.
Here it is.
Captain Burke, who found the bodies? If I get it right, local police and the FBI were investigating the place at the same time.
Yes, our department had to pass the crime scene to the FBI. Nevertheless, when their investigation was heading nowhere, we took it over.
How should we understand this?
I searched the crime scene myself, discussed my results with an expert invited by the FBI from France, and thus we came to the bodies. Of course, it's not my intention to praise myself. I only noticed a couple of things and realized a few connections. Nothing that would...
Blah, 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 and he's celebrating himself for at least 5 more minutes.
That's really unbelievable.
You get used to it. I remember the...
To all patrols, code 1071 in Chinatown on Redwood Street.
523, 10-4, we're close to it. We'll check it.
523, 10-0.
There's been a gunshot nearby. We'll just check it, and then we can carry on. We do have time, right?
Of course, why not? I'd like to see you in action.
Should be somewhere around... Look, Burke's car.
Maybe he heard that too and got here ahead of us?
I don't think so. I'll ask headquarters. 523, 1097. Burke's car is here. We require further instructions.
What the hell does that mean? We've got a reported shooting here and we're not going to do anything about it? Burke may be in real shit.
523. Someone reported the 1071 and we can see a police car. Shouldn't we check it out?
523, stay with us. I'm trying to contact him.
I hope they try his cell phone because they won't reach him in the car.
So we wait. Madame Durand, if it takes too long, we will call you a cab, all right?
Okay, at least I can stretch my legs.
Right.
I'll take that sign. I can see the restaurant is closed even without it. Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you? I'm glad to help.
Someone reported a shooting in this street. Do you know anything about it?
That was me. I reported it. Because that was not some of our people. And I don't want trouble. I have my business here, my laundrette. Trouble is bad for business.
Who are you talking about?
That big car that turned into the alley nearby. Everyone knows that you don't go there. That is, if Cheng doesn't allow it. Then a little later, maybe 20 minutes, the shooting. We don't have guns. Had to be someone else. So I called.
This is a quiet quarter, isn't it?
Absolutely. No crime, no violence.
That's what I figured. Let's see if we can get close to Burke's car if they're gonna stop us. Don't mind me. Just gonna walk down this alley. No, he's gonna come with me.
Listen, if I were you, I'd let that car be.
But it might tell us something.
Burke is funny about his car, so he wouldn't like that. Headquarters is trying to reach him already. He'll definitely report in. You'll see, it's going to be all right.
All right. Not gonna look at Burke's.
From the main street, there are clear shoe prints with a bold, structured sole, dirty with something that looks like clay. They lead to the car.
Okay.
There's a baseball bat propped on the fence. Someone perhaps threw it away. I can see it's cracked.
Anything else? Nope. Wait.
Back door of the house. It doesn't seem that anyone could go out or in through it.
Okay.
There are pronounced prints of big shoes on the ground, one of them obviously cracked. There is a box in front of the door. It's almost like someone was trying to get to that glass filling above it, but it can't be opened and it's obviously untouched. I can see several cigarette butts and the prints of smaller shoes. Someone who went through the soft black mud around the puddles was standing here quite a while. The door is closed. I'd need a key to get inside. The entrance door is behind a strong locked gate. No one could enter that way.
All right. Oop, oop.
There is a clear smear of some red liquid on the wall. The gate in the metal fence is locked by a padlock. There is a
Yep, we already knew that part. Alright. Alley.
There is some piece of cloth caught up there, or I'd guess it's plastic? Through the cracks, I can see that the door is blocked by some boards on the other side.
Alright, time to report back to the big man. Where the hell is he? There he is.
Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Do you often deal with cases like that?
Like a report of shots being fired? Well, sometimes. You know, there are a lot of guns and even more hotheads.
According to the laundrette owner, Burke came in about 20 minutes before the shooting started, and he said that no one from their community was behind it. He says that they don't use guns.
Jesus, that man's bullshit. If they need, they use everything against each other. But the truth is that if he had the slightest suspicion that it was their internal thing, he wouldn't have called us. And the thing with the car, you know what? You better tell Soga.
Alright, let's tell Soga. Since apparently he wears the real pants in this relationship.
Officer,
Yes, Madame Durand?
do you come here often, or is it like in the movies? Chinatown takes care of itself.
Movies exaggerate, but the truth is that locals usually keep their business between themselves.
That man from the laundrette saw Burke's car coming, and later he heard the shooting.
Listen, I understand that Burke might be in danger, that we're supposed to do something. But orders are clear.
I don't want you to start searching house by house, but you could search his car, couldn't you?
But you're a cop too, right? Don't you get that we have our orders, so we can't do that?
Right. And what if I do it? Give me your equipment. I'll search it and we'll know more.
Well, I'm not sure.
Do you understand that Burke could be in grave danger? Do you really think that he'd mind?
All right then, but you have to sign this form about taking over the equipment and responsibility for possible evidence damage. Here you go.
Thanks. And by the way, I've led a couple of investigations already, and there was no damage to the evidence. To search the potential crime scene, I have to fill this in. Lots of boxes, but...
Is there a pen on there or something?
To open the trunk just like that would be a little rude. Why should I give him that?
I don't know.
I don't have anything to tell him right now.
Someone got a pen?
I don't have anything to tell him right now.
Dang.
My wallet and my badge. I don't have cash on me. I've become too used to using credit cards.
Nope.
IDs, credit cards, and a badge.
Where's a pen when you freaking need it?
I don't have anything to tell him right now.
Pen.
Soga wouldn't like me messing around with their stuff.
Ah, there it is.
I'll only borrow this. Okay, it's done. Like I haven't had enough paperwork in Lyon.
Pen. Here. Take the form.
Signed. Now the equipment, please?
Sure, it's in the trunk.
I'll take the lamp with me. There are good reasons for it to be a part of the toolkit used for the investigation of the crime scene. If I need to move anything, gloves will come in handy.
Anything else in there? Nope. Let's do this. To Burke's car. Alright, let's start off with the UV light.
That is blood. There's a blood smear on the door of Burke's car. Edwards won't let me. Somehow I need to make him see that Burke is in grave danger. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Edwards, this is serious. There's blood on the door of Burke's car.
Well, Burke is kind of hot-headed, and sometimes it doesn't take much for him to get rough with his informants.
That's all you've got to say? We just assume that this blood doesn't belong to Burke?
Damn. Okay, you better tell Cesar to notify dispatch.
Oh my god. Don't you have a radio on you? Can't you just ring him back there? And you're gonna follow my ass up here anyways.
Officer?
Yes, Madame Durand?
I found traces of blood on Burke's car.
I'll report it right away. 523, we found blood on Captain Burke's vehicle. Request further instructions.
523, 1023. 523, we're still trying to contact Captain Burke by radio and cell phone. Carry on searching the vehicle and document everything. Advise.
You heard him. You could just look to see if you can't find something else, but maybe you should just go up to the airport.
There's still time. A taxi will get me there in no time. Also, it's... Excuse me, I have to take this. Yes, Kira?
Are you at the airport yet? I have some interesting information from the police. They found Burke's deserted car in Chinatown, and someone hurt his shoes. And they can't get him anywhere.
Don't tell me. I'm not surprised, though, because I'm right here on Wentworth Street, close to his car.
What about his disappearance being connected to those murders on Mission Street? Is that enough reason for you?
I did, but...
Anyway, good that you're there. I'm coming right away, and we're going to search it.
Wait, are you nuts? I need to catch a plane to Lyon. Why on earth would I start looking for Burke?
Accidents are always weird. Don't speculate on it any longer. I beg you. I'm there in a few. You can take a look around meanwhile.
That's a pretty wild theory, isn't it?
Burke was preparing to meet a contact and then wanted to tell them something about Mission Street. I overheard him by accident telling it to someone after that press conference.
By accident? And by accident, I'm here, by his car. Little weird, isn't it? My chances of catching the flight have just diminished. I have to do something about it.
Yes? Laura, you're not on the plane?
Unfortunately, I've got myself a bit caught up in something here. Can you book me the next flight?
Sure, I'll send you a message with the time of departure.
And please, Renier doesn't need to know about this.
I don't see any reason why she should. Bye.
Back to Burke's car. Gloves. Alright, let's see what we got.
There's
here.
an unopened tissue package on the driver's right. I recognize that file. These are the background papers concerning Mission Street. I prepared them for Burke yesterday. Perhaps he took them to the press conference. Cloth bags packed in 5s. It seems that one is missing. The glove compartment could use some cleaning. I can't see anything special about the wheel.
Wait. Can I?
Damn. Blood. And more than a little.
There's blood soaked into the seat.
That's weird.
It's not hard to see from the stains that Burke sometimes put food on his front seat. He's said to be really touchy about his car, so why doesn't he tidy it up? The can is empty. Folded San Francisco Chronicle. Whoever read it got to the 4th page. The rearview mirror is oddly set. This way the driver would see the back seat rather than outside. I don't see anything interesting there. There are pronounced shoe prints with bits of clay on the floor behind the driver's seat. Nothing interesting here. Am I to use those two things? That doesn't make any...
I didn't mean to click on the pen.
Clean. No. I recognize that. I don't see anything interesting there. Edwards, do you have a minute?
Sure.
Could you help me file the evidence we found? I'd like to take pictures.
Of course. But you have to wear gloves. You have to put tags on the evidence. And that could be a problem.
Why is that?
How do well, I forgot to fill them. But you could replace them with something else in the meantime. We do that from time to time.
Thanks, that'll be all.
Right?
I'll write the numbers there and tear it into small pieces. Well, these could indeed work as evidence tags.
Put a tag on the thing you want to take a picture of, and I'll take you a great photo.
Take a picture of this, will you? We should document this. Take a picture of this, please. I'd like to have a picture of this. Take a picture of this, will you? From the main street, there are clear shoe prints with a bold, structured sole, dirty with something that looks like clay. They lead to the car. We should document this. Nothing interesting here. Take a picture of this, please. Clean. No signs of blood. I'd like to have a picture of this. I don't see any traces of blood here. Thank God it's not blood. After the experience on Mission Street, I got seriously creeped out. Take a picture of this, will you? Through the crack. I don't see anything interesting here, even under the UV light. I don't see anything interesting there.
Oh, wait. Can still see the front door of the car?
Put a tag on the thing you want to take.
Got it, got it. I don't think I can... Nah.
More blood. And lots of it. We should document this. Nothing interesting here.
Can't be too safe.
It hardly would let itself get caught. And secondly, a pigeon is basically a rat with wings to me.
Have you seen him? I call him K-Cow, the faithful one. He comes here every day. You scatter something for him and he comes down for it. Good, isn't it?
Well, I've seen some better stunts, I guess.
Did you see him? He always stays near here.
Yes, I see. Have you trained that pigeon for a long time?
No, he's smart, very smart. If I had anything to feed him with, I would.
The containers are nearly full. God only knows when they were last emptied.
Something tells me that pigeon's got something.
Okay, if I take one, they look good.
Sure, the doctor told me to stay away from them. So you'll be doing me a favor, actually.
Listen, I'd like to ask you something.
Sure, you're here with those cops, aren't you?
That would be all.
My pleasure, miss.
No, give him the donut.
That pigeon might have shown up just because of this donut.
He likes bread better. I don't know if he comes for candy. Let's see. Come inside and watch. See? See, I told you. Trained pigeon.
That animal is supposed to be intelligent? I almost got hit by the flower pot he dropped.
That's his sense of humor. Good, isn't it?
I can't imagine anyone wanting their flower pot back in this state. I'll take one of the shards.
Actually, what am I going to be able to do with the shards?
Put a tag on the...
Yep, got it.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Am I to use those? I won't gain anything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of this episode. I apologize that we are not yet to the point of finding out what the heck has happened to Burke, but I swear to you, the next episode we shall reveal the truth, or gain more info on what the truth potentially could be. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.